Hi, my name is Tanya. I teach yoga, Pilates, and stand-up paddleboard yoga and Pilates. Today, I just wanted to go over a few poses on the board. So I brought my board inside in excitement for SUP season outdoors. We're almost there. So I was going to go over a few main golden rules for you to learn to bring onto your board when you hit the water. All right, so today I'm working with I brought my Blue Wave Catalina 11.4 board inside. So I'm just gonna go over a few things. So the sweet spot, like rule number one, you always wanna have your center of gravity over your handle. So as I sit here, I'm close to my handle, and all the poses you wanna center over the handle, and I'll go over that as we go. So let's get started in a child's pose. So child's pose and belly over the handle. All right, so second rule I like to go over is the more points of contact you have with the board, the more stable you are. So as you come into child's pose, you've got you're really close to the board, you've got connection with your palms, the tops of your legs, the tops of your feet, and even maybe your forehead down on the board. Good. So let's go ahead and move into table pose. So table pose, belly still over the handle. You can bring your knees hip distance and right under those hips, and palms, fingers spread right under your shoulders. So table pose, and you have I like to call this a 6-point contact pose. So palms, shins, tops of the feet down on the board. And we'll go ahead and go through some cat-cows. So let's get some spinal rolls or stretches. So as you arch up into your cat, you can press your belly button up to the ceiling, spread your shoulders, and then you can roll forward into your cow pose, sliding your shoulders away from your ears. So go ahead, do a couple more of those. Little cat-cow. And this is also another good point to bring up. Point number 3, or rule number 3, you want to imagine there's a line drawn down the middle of the board. So you want to have alignment left to right. So if you have your board inside, you can just do a little rock side to side. So you don't want to lean too much right or too much left. You want to keep it all centered over that midline. Okay, let's go ahead and play with downward dog. So 4 points of pose, 4 points of contact pose. So lift your hips up and back. So again, you can bring your feet together at the back of your board. You might find you're a little bit more stable there. Or you can have your feet hip distance. Right, again, if you have your board inside, you can play with a little rock side to side. Now if you want to play with a 3-point of contact pose, you can bring your feet a little closer. And you can lift one leg up. This is 3-legged dog. Good. And then release it down and swap your sides. Float your left leg up. 3-legged dog. Allow that chest to melt towards your thigh. Good. And then lower that foot down to the ground. Good. Let's step your feet up to your handle. So we're now going to be standing over the sweet spot. So feet on either side of the handle. You can keep your hands down on the board. We can come into it's a ragdoll pose. So you can bend your knees, soften your knees, allow your chest to sit a little closer towards your thighs. You can allow your head and neck to relax. You can sway it out, got it, yes and no. So this pose can be 2 points of contact, just your feet if you want to catch the elbows. Or you can still have those fingertips on the board. And you can lift up to a flat back, so inhaling. And then exhale, bow. Good, inhale like you're coming into a table, nice flat back. And then exhale, fold. Feels like an arc down to the floor. Or like a little bit of a cat back. Good. From here, you're going to slowly roll up to mountain pose. So 2 points of contact. So press your feet down into the board. Get that center, right? And then roll yourself up. So you're pressing down through your feet equally, right? So you can keep that left to right balance. Mountain pose or Tadasana. All right. Good. And just take a moment to, if you're on your board inside, shift your weight left and right. So if there's a little bit of a rocker on your board, right, a little bit of a point there. You can take a little sway side to side. Good. Mountain pose. All right, we're going to work through a sun salutation on the board. So you're going to lift your arms up, extended mountain. And then exhale, bow forward. So you're going to hinge at your hips and soften at your knees. Find your flat back, breath in, and then bow down. So you're back to that ragdoll. All right, to come into your plank pose, you're going to walk your hands forward and then step your feet back. So you're in your plank. Right, your feet can be a little closer together if you want. Your hands pressing into the palm, full palm pressing into the board. And then from here, you can either lower down knees, belly, chin, or do your chaturanga. Right, take your time. Take your up dog or cobra, press your palms gently into the floor as you lift your chest up. And then take your down dog. Pull yourself back through table. And then take your 4 points of contact pose, downward dog. Good, you can take that dog for a little walk on your board. So alternating, bending the legs. Good. And then walk your feet up to the handle. We'll do one more sun salutation. So feet ground down, roll yourself up. Take your time, push down into your feet. You don't want to grip with your toes. You want to push down with your toe mounds and your heels. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, bow down. Flat back. Good. And then plank. Make your way to your plank. Hands forward, feet back. Right? Get that strong, tall core. Hug that low belly in and up. This time, knees, belly, chin, or maybe you want to chaturanga. Shift forward, lower halfway or less. Hug the elbows in. Upward dog or cobra. Pull your heart forward. Downward dog. Pull those hips back. Good. All right. And then from here, bring your knees down to the mat or the board. And we'll come back to a seat on the heels. So just a few little pointers as you start to think about getting into your SUP season. All right, thank you so much. And remember your main rules, points of contact, alignment left to right, right? Belly over the handle or the sweet spot. And another 2 really great rules is wear your leash and use your life jacket. Stay safe this summer. Enjoy. Take care.